Here's the crazy part, right? Not to cut you off, but like people look at that as the American way, right? But if you look into Hitler, you'll see that all Trump did was mimicked him. Like even with "Make America Great Again," a lot of people don't know that was Hitler's slogan, "Make Germany Great Again." You see what I'm saying? So it's one of them things to where the more you know. So even these people I call them closet racists, you know what I'm saying? And they really on this, they want this Aryan brotherhood, whatever, to be supreme. They won't come out and say it, but they'll do stuff like they're all for Trump, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? But then when you ask why, when you dig into it, they don't have nothing besides the generic answers. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so are you really trying to see a Holocaust? Yeah. Or what are we really trying to do? Because you know, black folks ain't really going for that in 2020. No. So, I mean, you know.
E36 Unfiltered, aka the Unfiltered Room with Mr. E. Gray. Introducing all the latest names and the latest news. Hottest take, he the new face, yeah, the new sound, but keep it old school and raw interviews from local athletes, even digging out for entertainment too. Own style, he got his own lane, it's unfiltered out, we keep it raw, man. New content to keep the people ready. E36, no Jerome Betty, it's real dialogue and real conversations. You keep it real, but we real. Mr. E. Gray in the building. E36 Unfiltered.
What's up, how we doing? It's your boy E Gray, E36, man, that's what you call me. I'm in the building here. We got a dope interview, a dope guest here on the ones and twos. The hip hop artist, MC, entrepreneur, TMC Music CEO and founder. None other than my man, B-Lo. What's good with you, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, my brother? How we doing, man?
Man, I'm living good, man. Just kind of pound the thing up here.
My guy.
Dope interview, man. So yeah, man, it's been a little minute, man. It's 2019 last time we sat down, and definitely I think we can both agree that a lot of shit has happened.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. A whole lot of shit, man. We got a lot to talk about today, baby.
Most definitely, man. But before we jump into this thing, man, you know we gotta do it how you want to do it and get it done right here. So we have a little grown man henny hen.
Yeah. Grown man B.I., man. We gotta take a shot one time for the culture. 2020's been crazy.
Yes.
I wanted to do Douce, but I couldn't find Douce. So, you know, Hennessy is the best next thing for us. So
this man, can we hit some brown and thing, man?
Yeah, we gonna
late night tip. Hey, it's a vibe though. That's all good.
It's a vibe, and you know, hey, it's a celebration. It's a celebration, man.
Let's make this thing have this pull up real quick. And while he getting this thing pulled up, you guys make sure, man, y'all tune in. Y'all in for a hell of a ride, a hell of an interview, man. For all the B-Lo fans, fun. For all the B-Lo fans out there in the world. Yeah, you can get a real catch up about what my man been doing for the last couple of months. Amidst all this going on. So let's go ahead and toast up, man. What we gonna toast up to real quick?
We toasting to success, longevity, and what they saying, man. My new record that just dropped today.
Yeah.
So we toasting to all that. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Woo.
That's that real. That's that real. So jump right to see. I ain't do all my shot. I gotta keep this flow going with the energy. You better have me over here leaning over to the left, to the right, and all that stuff.
100%.
So let's try to chop it up, man. So what's been going on, man? So you kind of been off the market for a while. For 2020, of course, for many different reasons. Of course, we know with the COVID and everything going on. So for all the fans out there, man, let's talk about what you've been doing, man. What's been going on with you?
Man, I've been doing pretty much what everybody else been doing, man. Just kind of hibernating, kicking back with the family, really enjoying them. Had a new baby boy, so
okay,
you know, enjoying him and really just recording and knocking out a lot of music, man. It kind of with having to be in the house, it kind of gives you that opportunity to create. You know what I mean? So that's really what I've been doing for the most part.
Now, when you say you had your little baby boy and everything, and like I said, you've been kind of be on that hiatus, really in the house, really just putting that work in, and it seems like you've definitely been doing just that, doing something, because you're coming up for 2020, bro. In the 2020 fourth quarter, you've been really kicking up dust, man. So when it is all this spark, man, what for you personally did this COVID and this basically this lockdown really do for you, man, from an aspect of, you know, refocusing, or have you revamp some things? What's some of the things you've been doing to revamp from what we probably saw in 2019 to 2020? Because that's the last time we had you on the show as well.
Yeah, for sure. So for me, man, it's been like a process where I took a break from the music, a much needed break, I think. And 2020, really my comeback was around the time when I think it was the fall, end of the summer, the fall, when it was just a lot of controversial things going on in the world, in the country, worldwide, especially in our country with what Trump had going on with the divisiveness and things like that. So for me, I felt like there wasn't enough people that, like, there's a lot of rappers or MCs or whatever with more influence than me, but they weren't speaking up on these topics for whatever reason. You know, maybe they couldn't, maybe it would mess their bag up or whatever the case. But I just felt like it was an opportunity for me to step up to the plate and really represent my people and talk for the people and just kind of like put it off the glass, like what we see.
Yes.
You know, and I dropped a couple records. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a political rapper. I'm not a conscious rapper. Like, but at the same time, when I see certain things, I'm a real one, so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to touch on it. I'm independent, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, some people have different obligations. It may fuck up their money. Like, this shit ain't fucking up my chicken. Like, I'm straight.
I love it, man. And that's kind of what the separation from, you know, a signed artist versus indie artist. You know, and you're in this position, like, hey, I'm my own man. I'm truly my own man. My fans rock with me because who I am and not what the label has made me.
Facts.
Now, in that case, man, how do you view that? Let's be honest, because you in the hip hop industry, man. You know how the stage roll, how the MCs go. How do you feel about the rappers that you know that got the voice, but you never heard them speak up in it? They social media got real nice and dry, but in they lyrics, you hear them, they could talk about any and everything, but when it got down to the culture, to real live matters, they seem to kind of swing it left. You know what I'm saying? So how do you really feel about that, man, for them being the face of the culture and hip hop and not really using that voice in that way?
For me, I understand their position. So when you understand certain things, you look at it differently. So for me, it's kind of like, even though I would like to see, well, I'm gonna be real, like J.Cole, who's one of my favorite MCs right now.
Yes, J.Cole was cold.
He spoke on it, you know what I'm saying, with the Snow on the Bluff. Actually, I borrowed that, did a freestyle, called it Low on the Bluff. And basically touched on similar topics, but not the same thing. But you got a lot of cats, man, you know, touching on stuff like that could mess with their bag. It could take away sponsorships. It could mess with certain shows. And not too many people, when you get to a certain level, are willing to risk that for the people. You know what I'm saying? You would think like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? We the ones here for you and buying stuff and woo. But at the same time, that's their way of securing their bag. So by being non-controversial in that matter. Now, they cool with us being controversial if we killing each other or we beefing with each other or something like that. But now when we talking about trying to really bring awareness to certain things like racial injustice or, you know, the agenda that the president was kind of pushing at the time or whatever the case may be, that could affect their bag because a lot of them get their bag from white people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if these people don't want you talking about this stuff and you talking about it, you're risking being alienated in one way or another. So I understand. And honestly, I like it because it's a prime opportunity for an artist like myself to jump in there and really like just grab it and put it in the headlock. Like when I came out of nowhere and did the 2020, well, I think I did Low on the Bluff first, then I did 2020. The reaction was crazy because people really was yearning for something like that. Yeah, probably from their favorite artist, but since they wasn't getting it, it's like, well, damn, we'll take it from him because this cat, he's spitting too. You know what I'm saying? And speaking on some real stuff. So I look at it like business. Like, I get what y'all doing, and honestly, I appreciate it because y'all basically throwing me a lob. And you know what I'm saying? You give it, you leaving an opportunity for me to get in here and do my thing and showcase what I got going on and what I'm really about. And with me being at the bottom still, it kind of, you know, it works for me. It works for me.
No, speaking of that, man, let's jump right into that. You brought up the 2020 Low on the Bluff, and I can tell you from my standpoint, when I heard it drop, I was like, oh, whoa, okay, yeah. You know, I was really with it, man. It really spoke to my heart, spoke to the time that was going on. I'm like, oh, he went there. Like he went there. He didn't hide behind it. He went there. I did. And you were talking some real stuff, man. So let's talk about a Low on the Bluff. Okay. So it's a big thing you talk about, man. You talking about the defunding the police. That became a very, very big hot topic. Controversial topic. And you touched on it. You basically mentioned you know, you're talking about you see the article, but you don't read the depths of it. Basically saying, hey, you say about defunding the police, but they're defunding schools every year.
And nobody talking about it, bro.
You know, it's a routine thing. You know, when they say about how the teachers looking to have to go on strike potentially, you know, because they're not getting paid the money they should be getting paid. They're getting money taken out of their funds and everything by the state. Like I said, this is something going on all the time. And it's not.
Who talks about it? Nobody.
But defund the police, they're looking at it. And when they say defund, they mean revamping. Let's revamp the police. How we're using this money. You know, let's do more. Let's make more psychological investments on who they are. Let's get into their mind. Who we really bringing into the system?
Who we bringing in? What's their agenda? What they trying to really do?
Yeah, you know man. Saying? So you spoke on something like that, man. Really spoke to my heart and my agenda for that. And not even only say my agenda, but the real truth. So another thing you was talking about, again, I'm a big savant of what you got going on. Let's talk about controversy when it comes to social media. You also talked about that, how you say you were seeing many people, unfriending people because of what there was the racist prejudice stuff they were saying on their social media. Let's talk about for that, man. What you been? Let's go a little more depth for that. Have you had a situation where you had to do that? In the same situation?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be real with you. Me personally, no. And it's really because I don't know, man. The only place I really see stuff like that is Facebook. And my Facebook, my personal Facebook, I made a new one like 5 years ago. So the average person with a Facebook has like 5,000 friends. I have like 500 because I don't really accept everybody and let everybody into my world anymore. So for me, it hasn't been a thing, but I talk to people on the constant and I see these posts on the constant with people I went to school with or people that, you know, I've worked with in the past or whatever the case may be. And it's just really sad, man. You know, like people really, really are beefing over stuff that, I mean, just basically people's political views. Like me personally, I don't give a fuck if you like Trump. You know what I'm saying? If you like Trump, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But it's like, what you like in Trump, you're kind of, I dig in. Like, what do you like about him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna grill you out. Like, I'm that nigga that if you fuck with Trump, well, what you fuck with? Oh, well, he's gonna take guns away. Nigga, you really think he got the power? The the Democrats are gonna take guns away. He wants to keep guns. So it's like, bro, you really think that these niggas got the power to just walk up in the White House and be like, yo, give me all y'all shit? You know, everybody. So I'm like, bro, you got to give me more, and they can't give you more. So then
he's not gonna raise our take on what I tax.
And here's the thing: people talk that tax shit. Who you know making that? You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers ain't
400,000 and above. You ain't finna be getting no assistance.
Come on, bro.
For your ass.
Come on, bro. So I'm like, so, but those people for me are the ones that though. Yes.
Do you believe it's true? I don't believe.
No, hell no. It's scapegoat. They say what they see on TV. These are the things that these people see on TV. And things like that, and then they just repeat them. They start believing it. You know, like your grandma and your mom used to say, you lie enough, you're gonna start to believe you lie, and that's basically what it is. So, for me, I haven't had any personal experiences with it, but I have seen where it's really fucking up some good relationships, like people that I know that have been friends forever. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, but then again, people do this shit. And they so judgy with it, like who you like, but you don't have to shit on the other party so bad, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
but that's what he do though. That has been his engine. That has been his fuel to his whole drive the entire time. Is that the Democrats are demonic and we saints over here. Republicans are great.
Facts,
or the Republicans, great. You know, I never had heard of the left. Left is just
left wing, right wing.
I never really even heard of that before. Maybe because I wasn't into politics and really wasn't paying much attention. But this situation forced you because everybody's saying this, you know, they trying to turn to a socialist and this and all that good stuff. I'm like, bro, it's some Democrats that ain't worth a crap as well. It's some Republicans that ain't worth a crap. It's about your moral ethics and where you stand at the end of the day. Like you said, it became something where, you know, it was like I had to experience personally. Because with my background. And my family, my following, you know, me playing at University of Alabama.
For sure.
And you get a lot of strong Southern patriots, good old boys. Well, my white fan base that's older, and that's what they underneath. That's who they were. They they loved us for entertainment. What we do in the field,
what you could do for them, bring them championships, things like that.
But when it comes to you know, you really having good standards and morals and ethics of what you do and treating everybody the same and wanting to see, okay, this has been more divisive than it is bringing people together.
Facts.
That's where you drew that line. It was like, oh, we choosing this side.
Yeah, yeah.
And that I ain't gonna lie, that was very eye opening. So you know, we talk about everything about 2020, yo.
For sure.
That shit was eye opening
for you.
Whoa, I gotta get you up off here. You can't.
And I can imagine how that's been, how that could be from a personal standpoint. So now I know you're interviewing me, but let me flip this. Like, how did that make you feel? Or did you have to delete certain people because of things like that?
I would say that I didn't
block.
That's
okay,
more. I block. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I wasn't one that was posting things on my page politically anyway. You know, that wasn't really my whole deal because I'm a person. Let's go get out here and vote. Let's go out here and push these. Let's use my platform also to be able to stand up and make my voice be heard on November the 3rd, which 100%. We did it before then. Was just the biggest thing. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So that was my kind of deal, and it really allowed me to kind of sit back and watch. And I kind of seen it for me before then, you know, before even 2020 came in, just when I would put small things about, you know, nothing that really political, but just like, hey, this is stuff going on in the city, or this going on, whatever. And people kind of make themselves known, but it was crazy, man.
Like where they stand.
There. I remember like getting one inbox, hey, you know what? I used to be a really big fan of yours. My son had your autograph and everything, but I kind of feel like you're choosing the side or whatever, you know, you're painting against the American way of Trump.
Damn.
And I don't know if I can really agree with that. Like, bro, you came up in my inbox. I don't care.
Here's the crazy part, right? I have to cut you off, but like people look at that as the American way, right? But if you look into Hitler, you'll see that all Trump did was mimicked him. Like even with "Make America Great Again," a lot of people don't know that was Hitler's slogan, "Make Germany Great Again." You see what I'm saying? So it's one of them things to where the more you know. So even these people I call them closet racists, you know what I'm saying? And they really on this, they want this Aryan brotherhood, whatever, to be supreme. They won't come out and say it, but they'll do stuff like they're all for Trump, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? But then when you ask why, when you dig into it, they don't have nothing besides the generic answers. And it's like, okay, so are you really trying to see a Holocaust?
Yeah.
Or what are we really trying to do? Because you know, black folks ain't really going for that in 2020. No. So I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, so
let's jump that.
I haven't lost any friends, man. You know, I haven't had to block anybody. Like all my white friends, I love them. They show me love. I show them love. It's family. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yo, okay. So you know, since you said that, I have to bring it in because it comes right into a line what you said about the Holocaust. You just released a new joint, and we're gonna come back to 2020. We're gonna jump on that as well. But you released a new joint that just dropped today, December 4th.
It's everywhere.
Spotify, check it out.
Apple Music,
hot
YouTube, SoundCloud, anywhere you listen to music, you can type in below what they saying, and you're gonna find it. Featuring Shay Wild, my partner. We'll talk about her a little later.
So you get in there, you talk about the Holocaust, man. Like I ain't even going. I had some notes, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop it off the head. And I know I'm probably, you know, you kind of correct me where I kind of slip up on the word because, of course, I'm not an MC.
I got you.
But you talk about they trying to vote him in. They trying to see a Holocaust.
Yeah.
But then you flip it on here and say, you know, I didn't see him rolling, or I didn't see where he came from, so I ain't really trying to hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see where he came from. I ain't really trying to hit it. So that whole line itself, man, was so slick and smooth. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it because I don't want to mess it up over here.
It's cool.
So they're trying to vote. They're trying to vote this nigga in and have a Holocaust. I don't get it. I don't see him rolling it up. So I ain't really trying to hit it.
Yeah, so, man.
That line was stupid, bro. You talked about the Holocaust, man, and you know, and then people like, oh man, well, that's too extreme. No, but that's the whole shock value what you bring. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to lyrics. But you switch it right back up in the same line, man. Talk about how did you piece that together like that, man? That was sick.
When you're a master of ceremonies, man, and your pen is nice, you got to kind of finesse it a little bit to where people you want to make people think. Like I'm the type of MC to where I ain't microwave, I'm not Pop-Tart, I'm not for everybody, I'm not everybody's taste, everybody's flavor, and that's fine. You know, I mean, there's a million artists for different people, but for me, like that line is like, they're trying to vote this nigga in and have a Holocaust. I don't get it. I ain't seeing rolling up, so I ain't really trying to hit it. So that's such an ill metaphor and how I flipped it because it's very. It's like for weed smokers, right? It's like, especially like for niggas like myself, I don't see you roll that up. I'm not putting my lips on that. Because I don't know what you rolled up.
What you laced,
you know, you could have. I know niggas that, you know, they weird, they wackos now because they didn't smoke the nigga blunt that put some shit in it or on it or whatever. So I don't play like that. So you just flip it like that, and then it's the same with, like you say, with the Trump shit. It's like, bro, I don't really know. I kind of know what your agenda is, but I don't really know how you coming. So you on some other shit, bro. So I can't really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of roll that all into one. And for people like yourself that's thinkers, y'all gonna pump the brakes on that line and be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? What did he hold on, let me run that back. What did he, you know what I'm saying? What is he really trying to say there? So, and that's really what it was put in there for, which really it was a natural flow. But when you 2020 and you look back at it, it's like, damn, that shit is kind of ill how I, you know, so that's really what it was about.
I love it, man. I love it. You know what? And about that, so we on that, man. Let's go ahead and toast up a little drink, man. So we'll give a little few moments here. Matter of fact, my man, you got the Coke over there, man. I ain't trying to go straight. I gotta conduct
you going straight interview. Or you need the cut?
No, I need the Coke, bro. If I'm gonna be in here getting, I gotta have a little drink.
Right,
with it,
man. Get right, bro. We're gonna get out of it right. We got the Hennessy right here. Hennessy need to endorse me, man. Anything's possible. I wanted to say though, shout out to Jay. That's my favorite artist. Actually, December 4th is Jay-Z's birthday. So
okay.
I'm gonna be real. When I dropped it on December 4th, when I set everything up through the distributors, and December 4th was the date, as I'm setting it up, I'm like, something significant is about this date, but I couldn't put it together. And then I seen everybody like, happy birthday, Jay, happy birthday, Hove. And Hove is definitely my favorite MC. Hove is definitely probably the reason I rap. Honestly, Jay-Z, man, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. So happy birthday to my nigga. He may not even see this video, but if you do, nigga, happy birthday to you, OG.
Facts. So is this kind of had a little bit to do with why you had to kind of had the Jay-Z vibe with this one, the beat, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I heard it come in, I'm like, I'm like, he gonna have to, he gonna have to come with it on this one. And, very much you did just that.
Appreciate it.
So is that kind of had something to do with it, how they came together? Let's talk about your producer, man, that came up with the beat and all that stuff, as well as your MC. Was Shay Wild.
We can get into it with Shay Wild too. Tuano, man. Tuano was a producer I met online. And just shuffling through beats. Like I have two producers that I really, really bang with locally. DJ Rich Green and C's. I call my nigga Caesar Leo. So what up, C's? If you listening, nigga, what's popping? Those like my local guys, man. And these niggas are out of here. I feel underrated in a motherfucker. Facts. Fire as hell. But with this one, this is Tuano. Tuano is a cat I met online. Honestly, just surfing for beats, man. Because as an underground MC, like, if you a true MC, man, sometimes you want that different sound from that local shit. Like, no knock on the local sound, but if you're trying to go to another level, you need another sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, found Tuano online, and I love Tuano. I don't really... This is one of the few tracks that I have with Tuano. Actually, I think I got like one, maybe two other ones. But when I first heard this one, it was just kind of like one of them, I got to have this. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with me being a fan of Jay-Z, and this is that encore sample, of course, I knew it right off the bat. And it's just, the shit just came organically. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really even the fact that I love Jay-Z, which I do. It's just one of them things to where I'm the type of artist to where the beat moves me. The beat tells me what to do. I don't write a cappella. Like, if I don't have a beat, I don't write. Like, you're not getting no lyrics from me. Like, the beat is going. The beat, with you. It's like on some witchcraft shit. Like, the beat gonna tell me which way I need to flow. Like, B, you need to do it this way. B, you need to do it that way. So when I heard it, it was like, what they saying, and the hook just came, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of ill. And for probably like 2 months, I had an open verse. The second verse was just open, and it wasn't nothing. And Shay is my partner. Like, that's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got a situation, and she was going through something, and she was telling me one day, and she's like, yo, this is what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Shit's kind of crazy on this, saying whoop. And I'm like, you know what? I was trying to debate if I wanted, because when I record, sometimes I have an open verse, and I may come through and fill the verse in myself, or I may wait and just see if something happens organically where somebody fits the mold. And when she was telling me what she was going through, I'm like, yo, I got the perfect record for you to get on and express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something, Shay is like a non-controversial person. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't really trying to be out here on that bullshit. So I'm like, yo, jump on this track, get your
What
rocks
you
off.
say.
Let's
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what happens. And she's so dope. Like, I ain't hear her verse till we went in the booth. We went in the studio. Like, I ain't hear it. So I'm in there. It's me, Caesar Leo. I got DJ Rich. I got my cousin Amp in there with me. And we cool and we chilling. And she goes in there and I mean, she comes on. I heard they was mad. I had a little something. So I worked my ass to the, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You know, cause she's dope. Like it's so much more shit coming from her that's ill. And so it was just a perfect marriage, man. And it was one of them things to where it came together organically. And that's why like her verse is so ill because it's coming from a real place. You
can feel it. Cause she had a little comment that of course everybody knows. It's like, hey, it can't trust it because they ain't never coming from the source. I said yes, because that's how it always happens.
Yeah.
Digging off and entertainment too. Own style, he got his own lane. It's unfiltered out, we keep it raw, man. New content to keep the people ready. E36, no Jerome.